Alrighty, so we're now on to 4.4, which is powers of monomials. Okay, so we have learned some exponent rules. We learned the product of a power, and that means we added the exponents so that they have the same base. Now we're going to learn power of a power. And it says for all positive integers m and n, if you have a to the m, and you have in parentheses raised to the n, that's a power to a power, that's what we call it, then you would then multiply the exponents together to get your new exponent. Okay? So again, you need to have the parentheses for it to be a power to power. So if we have the example x to the third to the second, we're going to take 3 and 2 and multiply it. So we're going to have x to the 6th. Okay, the other one, you add it because I kind of like to think they're at the same level because they're right next to each other. This one's a power to a power, so then you have to multiply. Now you also have the power of a product. The other one we had was the product of a power. This is the power of a product. Again, you don't need to necessarily know exactly the names, but you need to know the method. Okay, so if you have AB raised to the m, then you can rewrite it as a to the m and b to the m. So they would both get the exponent. A lot of people like to say that's distributing. It's not quite distributing. It kind of looks like it, kind of similar idea, but it's really a power of a product. Okay, so you raise every part of it to that power. So this one, we kind of break it up. So we're basically saying -3 squared, because again, this is squared, so that means that everything inside is squared. So I'm going to take -3 and I'm going to square it. I'm also going to take y to the 4th, and I have to square that as well. So we know that -3 squared is a positive 9, because that's a -3 times a -3. And then we know that y to the 4th to the 2nd, that's a power to a power, which we just did, which means we multiply, so we get y to the 8th. Next one, again, take each part that's going to be raised to the 3rd. So we have -4th that's going to be raised to the 3rd power. We have x squared that's going to be raised to the 3rd power. We're going to have y being raised to the 3rd power, and we're going to have z to the 5th being raised to the 3rd power. Okay, so that's like -4 times -4 times -4. Well, I know -4 times -4 is a positive 16, but times another -4, that would be a -64, I believe. 16 times 4, 20. 24, 4, yep, good. Okay, just double checking my math. Okay, so 64 is a negative because, again, if you multiply a negative by a negative, that's a positive, but another negative makes it a negative. This is power to power, so I'm going to take 2 times 3, so that's x to the 6th. This is really y1, so 1 times 3 is 3, so y to the 3rd. Z to the 5th to the 3rd, 5 times 3 is 15, so we have z to the 15th. All right, this one. Now, we have this multiply. We need to do exponents. In order of operations, we have to do parentheses and exponents before we multiply. So I'm going to basically do the power of a product for both of these separately, and then I'm going to do the product of a power, which is multiplying them together. So you got to be careful. So I'm going to say 5 squared, and then it's going to be a to the 7th squared. It's going to be b to the 9th squared, and it's going to be c to the 3rd squared. Then I'm going to multiply, and I'm going to do this one as well. 3 cubed, a cubed, b squared cubed, and c cubed. So now I'm going to simplify the next thing. So 5 squared is 25. A to the 7th squared, 7 times 2 is 14, so we have a to the 14th. 9 times 2 is 18, so it would be b to the 18th, and c, 3 times 2 is 6, so we have multiply. 3 cubed, well, 3 times 3 is 9, times another 3 is 27, and then a cubed is right here, and then, because that's to the 1, okay, b squared, 2 times 3 is 6, and then we have c to the 3rd. So now, again, we can rearrange this order. We can multiply these two together because we've multiplied monomials. Multiply these two together, these two, and these two. Now keep in mind, we really have, it's 25 times 27 times a to the 14th times a to the 3rd times b to the 18th times b to the 6th times c to the 6th times c to the 3rd. You don't have to rewrite it like this, but I want to show y'all so that you, oh man, oh hold on, having some technical difficulties. There we go. Okay, so 25 times 27, I gotta actually do that over here. I don't have my calculator with me. So 5 times 35, 5, 10, 13, carry the 0, that'd be 14, carry the 1, 2, 4, 5. So that would be 675. Now, I'm multiplying this times this, okay? They are not power to power, so I'm not multiplying the exponents. This is power to power right here. This is not. This is the power of the product of a power, so we're going to add the exponents. They're the same base, so we add the exponents. So we have a to the 17th. Add exponents, so we're gonna have b to the 24th. Add exponents, c to the 9th. So be careful that you know when to add and multiply exponents. There you have it.